Ladies and gentlemen, I got to change the background because I definitely got to change that background. I don't know why I just leave that background up there. It's so serenic. Serenic? Serenic. Serenity. It's serenity. That's what I said. Serenic. Like scene? Serenity. Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great day. It's so great to be alive. No, it isn't. It's so horrible to be alive. You can see this world we're living in, but we're not here to talk about the world we're living in. We're talking about the idiots who think that they can come and take your property without your permission. Stop giving them permission, people. Let them know you ain't got my permission to come and just trespass on my property. You had better prove I owe a debt. Now the courts are sitting up there going, don't worry about it. Bring your case into my court and I'll take care of them. And you ain't got to worry about anything they got to say. Come on over here, bank. Come to my court. Yeah, we going to rule in your favor and kick them out of their house. And then y'all going to split the funds with me because the court's invested in y'all mortgage-backed securities. Yeah, don't worry about them. They can say whatever they want. They just them sovereign, stupid citizens. They protesters. That's all they is. Let them protest. But we still going to take their property. And then we going to deny them on appeal court and everything because we have a system already in place where we are going to ignore everything they put on the record. We're going to deny them the right to petition for redress of grievance, which is a violation of the First Amendment, but they don't know that. That's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to talk to you for a minute. I did a consultation with a gentleman yesterday. He called me. He's a long-time viewer, okay, long-time appreciator. He's even one of our SAT PAC members for a long time. He contacted me yesterday, explained the situation to me. The bank is trying to take his property. He's been in this property. It's a family property. He had the property conveyed to him by his father upon his father's passing. So it's now his property. He's been since 2003. So he called me. He says, hey, I went down to the county recorder. I was doing some research because I was looking into some things. And he says, I found this thing called a certificate of satisfaction. Do you know about a certificate of satisfaction? I did a video 3 years ago on a certificate of satisfaction, telling people to go down to the county recorder's office and look for your certificate of satisfaction or reconveyance on your property. Now, they keep them in two separate locations. So if you have to do a FOIA, do a FOIA. Well, it's not a FOIA on the state level. It's called a records request. Do a records request. There's a form. Ask them for it. I need to do a form. You need to put in a records request. Okay, give me the form so I can put in the application and ask for it because it's not a secret. It's your information. It's on your file. Well, he says, I got this certificate of satisfaction. I said, what's the date on it? He says, November 2003. I said, good. Schedule a consult. We'll go ahead, put together the paperwork for you, and we'll take care of that. So he's got 14 different letters that he's writing. Why? Because he's trying to save his home. But it's to different agencies. He's writing to everybody and their grandfather. But hold on. They have not told him that they're foreclosing on him because he has an outstanding balance. They just says that they may foreclose on him. They're trying to get him to recontract. They're trying to get him to re-engage to where he starts making payments. Because now he's agreed that he owes money by making payments. So he's writing them and saying, oh no, here homie, this property was paid for. Here's certificate of satisfaction. Oh, and I'm taking care of the deed. I'm doing a quick claim deed into my name. Yeah, y'all deed of trust. I'm removing that junk off my record. This certificate of satisfaction cancels the deed of trust. Oh, by the way, trustee, get this off my property. Yeah, he's writing a letter to everybody. It's his property. Ladies and gentlemen, once he notifies them this is my property and they continue to try to foreclose, they are committing a felony. And that's how this works. Ladies and gentlemen, go down to that county recorder's office. I just spoke with another young lady. Pay attention. This is very important. Another young lady who actually works for one of our organizations. Okay, I've been helping her and her husband with their property for a couple of years now. They're still in their property. She's been doing the fighting all by herself, though. She's really been going into court and handling the judge and speaking to the idiot. And he's been denying her, but she's been keeping that junk going. And she just told me he just denied everything again and sustained a motion by the other side. I told you that's what they're doing. They're doing it routinely. So what she's going to do, she told me today, because I was telling her about the gentleman, we were talking about the gentleman I did the consult with yesterday, who has a certificate of satisfaction. And she says, well, yeah, we had a certificate of satisfaction before we refinanced. I said, wait, you had a certificate of satisfaction and you refinanced? I said, do you know that you were the owner of the property? The certificate of satisfaction says that the deed was fully paid for. The loan was gone. So when they gave the refinance, you were to receive the money. They have no evidence that they gave you the money as the owner of the property. The monies went to a different party. You don't owe them a dime unless they gave you the money, which was the agreement. Then you don't owe them a dime, and they can't prove they gave you the money. They gave it to a third party. Their agreement is with the third party. Go get your money back from that third party. It's not my fault that you gave them that money, but you need to now give me the money. Where's my money? Oh, and then you need to offset it against what I've already paid. So now you need to give me that plus return what I gave you already, because I was paying you in advance. She owned the property. When they gave that loan, they didn't give her the loan. They gave it to a bank who claimed they were owed money. Doesn't matter. That was their claim. They were supposed to do a record and title search. Pay attention. This was a loan. Oh, by the way, those of you who used a title company, they know what a certificate of satisfaction is, and you refinanced and you had a certificate of satisfaction. Go look at your deed. Go look at your county record and see if you had a certificate of satisfaction and you refinanced. If you refinanced using a title company, and they did use a title company for insurance, then you sue the title company, because the title company was supposed to pull up the records to show who the owner of the property was. That's their fault. That's their job. This is a game, ladies and gentlemen. Now look, I can talk about this all day, but I can't talk about this right now because many of you guys won't fully understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to stop it now so that you can go back and listen to everything that I just said. I just ran it down to you. I just did a consult with one person yesterday, and we talked about this for an hour and a half so that he got it. We produced the letters for him so that he could now start sending these out. And I told him, you got 14 letters. Don't you dare send all of this out at the same time. We gave him a sample copy of a deed that we took that APN, gave him the laws for his state, which says the county clerk may require an APN. I don't care. The word may is not mandatory. And as long as it says they may acquire an APN, I don't give up. Okay? It means it's not mandatory. You don't have to put an APN on your property. Do not call it real property or real estate. Call it property. Call it private property, people. Whew, they can't stop you. There's no law against it as long as you comport to the basic requirements for filing a deed in your county. The basic requirements. All the taxes you simply put not applicable. They cannot tax non-passive property. Yeah, if you got a battle with that, then you take them to small claims court, because that's your right to file it on the public record. If there's something wrong with it, then somebody needs to take me to court. You cannot interfere with me documenting the correct information on my property. No, I don't need to take you to court. But if I have to take you to court, I'm going to slap you across the side of your head. Okay, you're not going to mess with my rights. That's what we're doing here. All right, look, I got to let y'all go. But hey, I try to help as best I can. Arrivederci.